As we welcome you back to the Fairways of Life show, absolute delight to have your company from wherever you are joining us around the world. Don't mind me for munching away here, because in our commercial breaks, I like to go to our peanuts. You saw coming back our Hubs peanut, the big tin that I have on top of the antique radio over there. We got associated with Hubs peanuts through Mark Hubbard, to tell you the truth, some time ago. He introduced them to us. He'd been telling us about them for years and introduced us to the company. We had a chance to meet Marshall Rabil, who's actually one of the family members of I think third generation, if I remember correctly, when I spoke to him on the phone last time. And it just seemed to be a perfect fit. And here the company wants to associate themselves with the sport of golf and with the tour, and a perfect marriage was formed. So we wanted you guys to have the opportunity to meet Marshall and company as well. Marshall, what's going on? Welcome into the show. Pleasure to have your company.
Oh, it's so good to be here, Matt. Thank you so much for having me.
Pleasure. So how? Why? Last time we talked about this, we were told that you guys started the Hubbard family in 1950s with this peanut company. How did a family decide, you know what, this is going to be our destiny, this is going to be our legacy, let's start a peanut company?
Sure. Well, part of it is geography. So we're in Southampton County, Virginia, which is a really great region of the country for growing peanuts. It's actually, when peanuts first came back to the States, they came here on ships from Jamestown, and we're just right down the road from there, and our sandy soil is perfect for that. And so my grandmother was actually a school teacher and was wanting to give friends gifts. And so there was a way that she would cook peanuts a little bit differently than the traditional kind of dry roast method that Planters has perfected. So she would literally pick the largest peanut she could out of her father's farm, and she'd soak them in hot water, and then she'd fry them in oil. And that became called blister fried cooking. And so she's credited with like pioneering the specialty peanut category, which is really representative of our state and this region specifically, and created kind of a gift quality peanut. And so it's been a lot of fun. We're 70 years old this year. We're primarily a direct consumer brand. We work with a lot of different companies that give us for corporate gifts and things of that nature. And we've expanded our lineup and do chocolate-covered peanuts in a few different flavors. But, yeah, really, it's as far as the golf thing goes, my grandmother was also a really good golfer. She was a single-digit handicapper, won our club championship, was really into it. And peanuts and golf just go really well together. We work with a lot of different clubs across the country. And so getting partnered with Mark Hubbard has been a lot of fun and has given us the opportunity to be in the concessions at a number of different PGA events, as well as meet people like you and continue trying to drive this narrative forward. So it's been great and a lot of fun.
With what you just gave us, Marshall, I've got a million different directions, but my mind is going right now. Questions that I want to ask you. The first one is, your peanuts are different. And I'm not saying that from like a commercial standpoint to try to pump up the product. I'm stating fact here, folks. Your peanuts are larger than any that I've seen before and taste better than any that I've had before. To which I would say, does that go back to your grandmother, or have you guys found a way to actually harvest the best?
Well, so we only use the top 1% of peanuts, all grown in the VC region. So that's Virginia, North Carolina, and South Carolina. And prior to my grandmother, there was not a category for the peanuts that we use. She would go to the shellers and say, I want all of the peanuts that do not go through the screens. And so those were the really large kernels. And so she created a category called super extra large that the USDA now recognizes. And so it is just the size of the peanuts and the quality. Our specs are lower than anyone else's in the industry. But then the cook process too really does make a difference. I mean, we go through the extra step of water blanching the peanuts before they're fried. So there's a lot more of a craft cooking element to them as well. And so we still are cooking them the same exact way and the way that she developed 70 years ago, it's just a little bit larger scale with a continuous cooker, but it just started in fry baskets. And yeah, but that's it. It's just attention to detail and a little extra love that goes into it, which I think that's what what you taste and what you see aesthetically that makes us a little bit different.
To that point of the love, the passion side, you guys have made Virginia home. How much of the operation now, as you said, it's a little bit bigger, as you phrased it, how much of that is still basically right where you started?
Well, so it's great. Like, we are very much integrated. We're a family business. We're third generation into this community. It's a small town. We're in Sedley in Southampton County, and then Franklin. Sedley is where where the home was, where Dot and HJ started. My mother, who is still our CEO, her office was her childhood bedroom, and then we just built on the kitchen and the warehouse onto that existing property in Sedley. And 5 years ago, we purchased an old Farm Fresh grocery store when they closed. And that's been a really fun revitalization project of an old building, because we were able to move our shipping and warehousing operation there. And we got into chocolate covered peanuts, where we converted the old meat department and the beer cooler into our chocolate and roving room. And we really repurposed this entire grocery store. We've got a little 7,000 foot event space where we have food, we do singer-songwriter, we do music nights, we do different fundraisers, different events for the community. So the Hub's Vine is our retail kind of market, but it's a community center where we've really hosted a lot of different events. We did the annual chamber dinner, we do that there as well. So it's been a nice place to really showcase our product, but bring the community together in a nice way. So that's been a lot of fun, and that's something that I'm pretty passionate about.
Yeah, that passion that you were talking about extends obviously with the commitment from your grandmother being a single-digit handicap and a multiple-time club chairman, or club champion, I should say. I am curious about this connection with the game of golf. People who play golf, we hope, are active, they're outside, they're getting some exercise, etc. Is there a bridge between the benefits of being active and engaging in activities such as golf and others and your peanuts? Is there a health connection between them?
Well, I think that's the perfect thing about a peanut on the golf course, right? Like, they are a wonderful energy food. They're more protein and peanuts than any other nut, high in fiber, niacin, folate, arginine. We're just full of vitamins and nutrients. And so, when you need that little pick-me-up on the back nine to keep bogeys off your card, a handful of Hubs is a good way to go. And, and if you still have some left over, the beautiful thing is peanuts go great on the 19th hole after you're around with your beverage of choice. So I think Absolutely. There is the health component, right, where it is a great energy food, a quick pick-me-up. And then they just go really well during a round or after a round.
Perfect. All right. Two big questions that I have for you. One was, you alluded to earlier, sending peanuts out to your clients as a thank you, perhaps at the end of the year or what have you. How much can people get into that? Can they customize? And then the last question, which is probably the most important, are you shipping everywhere, and how do people actually purchase the peanuts?
Sure. And so, yeah, we do work with a lot of different companies. We have private label capabilities. And so if you wanted to put your company's logo on a can, we usually have about a 250 can minimum for that, just to keep production flowing. But it's really easy. We have order templates. If you had a list of 100 people, 1,000 people, whatever, you just send it to us and we're able to handle that for you. We can do custom gift messages that go in with every single order as well. And we do ship to all 50 states. Pretty much every day we're shipping. And our website is hubspeanuts.com. I'm Marshall at Hubs Peanuts. So if you had any questions, I'm always available as well. But yeah, it's a very seamless process. We try to make gift giving easy and a nice touch point for you at a good price point. So it's been it's exciting, because this is our busy time of the year where we're cranking, trying to get peanuts out the door. And so we would love to hear from you. If anybody has any questions, please reach out. Would be honored to work with you, and appreciate it.
All right, so just so we reiterate that website again for all of you, it is hubspeanuts.com, hubspeanuts.com. You can see it there on your television screen so you know exactly where it is. A last question I have for you, and this is completely selfish because my wife and I have thoroughly engrossed, and I mean that in every way, in the different varieties that you guys have to offer. You want to share with the world what some of those options are?
Sure. Well, our classic plain salted is always a go-to during the holidays. Chocolate covered's great. We've got a brittle that's fantastic. A sweet heat. That's the Hubs Duo that you're looking at. That's my favorite gift to give because it's a 20-ounce can of salted and chocolate. You kind of get the best of both worlds. But yeah, we've got a honey kissed as well. Flavors, pack sizes, different gift options. But yeah, it's hopefully we've got something for everyone. And that's the thing that's great about peanuts. You know, you can share them. They're great with any cocktail party, any holiday party. So it's just a good part of the party.
I am definitely going to get my hands on some of those chocolate-covered ones. You sold me on that as well. Marshall, we are very, very proud to be representing Hubs Peanuts. We love that you guys have reached out to the game of golf to help promote and send your message forth, and rightfully so, because I totally agree with you for the benefits of peanuts and the way that many people are trying to be healthier, eat healthier. Maybe it's avoiding carbs, etc. It's been working for my family. We love it, and we love, once again, the association. So we thank you for everything that you and your family, starting with your grandmother, have done, and certainly for your time today.
Well, and thank you so much, man. It's been fun to partner with you and get to know you and your team a little bit, and we're grateful to be a part. Thank you so much.
The gratitude is mutual, folks, I can assure. We'll be back with more of the Fairways of Life show right after this. How about those chocolate-covered peanuts? Stay with us.